welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. I want to give a big shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. And of course, I can't forget about my ride or dies that have been with me since day one. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Today's video is going to be really fun. Okay, I'm actually skipping my fragrance flavors of the week because I didn't do one because I've been on a little vacation. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I didn't wear any fragrance. I'm lying. I'm lying. I wore a couple of the fragrances I'm gonna talk to you guys about in this video because they are new. So that's what this video is about, you guys. We're gonna be diving into some new fragrances. These fragrances have been released probably over the last, I want to say, 3 or 4 months. Okay, so in my eyes, they're new. It's been a while since I've dedicated like a full video to new fragrances. Usually I incorporate them in my videos as I post them up, especially like my fragrance flavors of the week. Y'all know I'll come on and talk about a new fragrance, but I kind of wanted to dedicate a full video to new fragrances because there are so many new fragrances coming out and it's crazy. I'm trying to figure out what I should start with first. I'm going to talk about these 4 that I've already mentioned in my video. I'm going to be brief. I won't be long. I won't get carried away like I usually do. I'm going to keep it short. Montale is now in Sephora. Now, I don't know if you can go in the store and sample their fragrances, but I know they're online for sure. And I literally just looked at the Sephora website the other day, and I feel like I glanced through all the Montale fragrances. I did not see every last bottle because y'all know they have a big collection. This is Bubble Forever. Now, this fragrance does not have a note of bubblegum, but it has a bubblegum type of accord. In this fragrance, you have orange blossom, you have neroli, you have sugar, vanilla. This is more of a springy scent to me, very feminine, very girly. There's nothing masculine about this fragrance whatsoever. So if you like fragrances like Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, Oriana by Parfums de Marly, you will like this one because this one doesn't smell like those, but it's definitely in that vein, okay, of that pretty, sweet, beautiful, girly orange blossom and vanilla. Okay, that's what this is. Guava Sorbet. Now, I have talked about this in a previous video. I want to say they were sold out on their website over a month ago, but I did see a young lady on TikTok who bought a 10 ml travel size, so this may be available on the website at this point. When I tell you, this is like one of the prettiest guava fragrances I've smelled forever. And you guys know me. Well, a lot of y'all are new, okay? So y'all don't know me, but y'all gonna get to know me, okay? So when I find a super fruity fragrance that I love to talk about it. And y'all, the guava in this, whoa, baby, it is loud, okay? And then I get this passion fruit note. I get the musk. I get a little bit of vanilla. Every time I smell this, I promise y'all, my mouth starts to water, okay? It is tangy, it is juicy, it is sweet, it's musky. This is just a really gorgeous scent. And I'm really shocked when I smell this to really like know that I really like it the way I like it. So whenever I want something that reminds me of springtime, when I want something that is fruity, okay, but not over the top sweet, when I want something that's feminine, when I'm feeling girly girl, because you know those days do happen when I'm feeling like super sexy, okay, I will pull for Guava Sorbet because it gives me all those feels. And can we just have a little commotion for the bottle? Now, one thing about it, I may not be a super girly girl, But baby, I love a good pink and gold combination on anything, okay? Anything. I love pink. I love red too. So I do have a code for Brandt down below in my description where you can put in my code and save some money. If you're looking to buy anything from Brandt, go ahead and use my code, okay? Thank you. Another fragrance that I'm really surprised to find out that I like is Candied Lychee by the 7 Virtues. And like I said when I first talked about this fragrance, I'm never overexcited about lychee anything, okay? Not that I dislike lychee, that's not it at all. I'm just not that person that is into, again, fruity fragrances. Even though I am fully aware that the majority of the fragrances in my collection probably have some fruity component, but they're usually deeper, okay? They're usually like a deep raspberry or like a deep plum or like, what's the blackcurrant? I love blackcurrant. Back to Candied Lychee. In this fragrance, there is lychee, peony. Of course, you're gonna have some vanilla. But out of all the lychee fragrances that I've smelled recently, I feel like I resonate with Candied Lychee the most because in my experience, I feel like lychee perfumes have been very perfumey, okay? Almost kind of heady. With this fragrance, I don't get that heady vibe. I don't get that extreme perfume smell. This has a lot of depth. That's why I feel like there's some woody notes here. A hint of musk, okay? And the lychee and the peony go so well together. Of course, anybody can wear this fragrance, but I'm gonna say this fragrance is leaning a little bit more feminine to me because it smells like a very pretty, well put together young lady. That's what this smells like. Osmo from Andrea Maack, and this is her recent release. I want to say she released another fragrance called Zing. Let's say this fragrance was released either at the end of last month or September. She did collab with Dominique Ropion on Osmo, and they came up with a really beautiful fragrance, to be honest with you. Now this one, oh my God, can I get the top off? Okay. All right, this is going to be a aquatic fragrance. I say aquatic, I mean just that, watery, okay? It almost smells a little green, a little earthy. There is a bunch of oak moss in here, which I feel like is giving the fragrance that aquatic smell. There is some musk in here, which makes the fragrance carry. I wish I could tell you a fragrance right off the top of my head of what an aquatic fragrance smells like, because it's not necessarily blue. Okay, I'll give you the perfect example. If you guys have smelled 1111 Azure by Lake and Sky, that's what this is like reminding me of, but stronger, okay? It's aquatic, it's fresh, clean, earthy, green type of vibe, you know what I mean? So that's what this is. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of aquatic fragrances. I just never have been. Like back in my day, I want to say the most popular aquatic brand or aquatic fragrance was that Issey Miyake, like the original. I never went for those type of fragrances. I don't know why. And this is not like a hate for me. This is more of a, I gotta be in the mood to wear this. This is more of a summertime scent. I mean, in all honesty, I guess I could wear this in the fall because of the musk. I don't know. But it's definitely worth getting your nose on. Honey, I had to take me a sip of wine before we talk about this next fragrance. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Ever since Guerlain put me on the PR list, honey, I've been acting real bougie. I've been acting real bougie, baby. Oh, and you know what? I thought it was just a one-off. You know, I thought, Okay, I met Delphine Yelk. I interviewed her. It was great. She gifted me 2 bottles. I thought it was a one and done type of situation. I didn't think they were gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby, ooh, but I'm telling you, I ain't even got no shame, y'all. I'm not even ashamed. That is one PR list I am happy to be on. I ain't saying I couldn't afford them, but ooh la la, ah oui oui, mon chéri, hey. They sent me their newest release. It's called Patchouli Paris, and this is from the Le Métier L'Art Collection, which in my opinion is one of their more exclusive lines, very high-end bottles. But check out this top. Oh my God, isn't the top gorgeous? The top is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just beautiful. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that when you order these fragrances online, you can customize the tops, if I'm not mistaken. I swear I seen somebody video, like I've never personally done it. Not yet anyway. Oh, baby, I told you I'm acting real bougie. But anyway, I saw a young lady on YouTube who custom, I think it was a Chi, lovely Chi. I feel like I watched one of her videos and she was doing like a birthday haul or something, and she customized her top. I watched so many videos, y'all, I could be wrong, but I feel very strongly like it was her. The perfumer behind most of the Le Métier L'Art collection, her name is Delphine Yelk. And if y'all remember, I interviewed her earlier this year. She came to Houston for one day. When we talked about it, I want to say she was already a year or so into this fragrance. Like the concept was there, the name was there. Guerlain, man, they have their own gardens, they have their own beehives. Like when it comes to making fragrances, Guerlain doesn't play, y'all. Like they are high-end, top-notch. Baby, that is why they're one of the beloved perfume brands in the world, okay? Because, yeah. But yeah, she did tell me about this fragrance, and in my mind, I was like, you know, I love patchouli, and I don't even know why I doubted her, because this smells absolutely beautiful. In this fragrance, you have aldehydes, you have iris, patchouli, ambergris, and vanilla. The ambergris smells amazing. Y'all know ambergris can come off smelling a bit fishy, okay? But the ambergris in here, baby, is top tier quality, okay? Yeah, it is amazing. So when I can't spray this in the air. I gotta spray this on skin. Oh, the patchouli is earthy and dark. It's almost giving me dark chocolate vibes, okay? You get the aldehydes, which in the beginning gives this fragrance like this, a little lightness. Because y'all know patchouli can be heavy. It's very heavy, and a lot of people don't like patchouli. But she added the aldehydes, which gives it like an air, soft, light quality. Yeah, the vanilla mixed in with the patchouli gives this like a semi-sweet dark chocolate smell. This is giving Ghirardelli. This is giving sweet dark chocolate made by Ghirardelli, and that's expensive chocolate, okay? You go in Walgreens, you gonna pay damn near $10 for a bag of like 10. Speechless. That's what I am. I'm speechless. Yeah. Magnifique. Talk about the house of Kilian. I don't have a full-size bottle of this. I will tell you guys why in a second, but this is called Old Fashioned. This is the newest release from the house of Kilian, and it is called Old Fashioned. So when this first opens up, I am getting that heavy dose of booze. Now, I don't know if it's cognac, I don't know if it's bourbon, I don't know what it is, but it is boozy, okay? This is warm, spicy, a little sweet, not sugary, but there's some sweetness here. Like, this is not over the top sweet, but it does have a little bit of something sweet in it. And it may come off to a little smoky as well. I will pop up the notes so you guys can see. I'm just kind of going straight off the dome and what I pick up in the fragrance. But you know, at the end of the day, this does remind me of Apple Brandy on the Rocks, which was released maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago at this point. I want to make mention that this particular fragrance, Old Fashioned, is part of the liqueurs line, and they come in bottles that look like this. The one I have in my hand is Apple Brandy on the Rocks, which is the one I say reminds me, Old Fashioned reminds me of this fragrance quite a bit, okay? And as you guys can see, baby, my glass is still full, and it doesn't make sense for me to buy Old Fashioned. And it doesn't mean that I don't like the fragrance. I like it, but I feel like I have to be in the mood to wear this type of scent, Old Fashioned and Apple Brandy on the Rocks, because it reminds me of a fall, wintertime scent. And where I live, it's pretty much always hot. So I only grab for this fragrance maybe about 3 or 4 times. I hate to say this, but 3 or 4, maybe 5 times a year. And another reason why I didn't want to buy a full-size bottle. But yeah, both of them remind me of fragrances that I would wear in the cooler months. I think this one is a little bit more masculine, especially in that opening. I just get liquor, okay? I get a lot of liquor, a lot. It does calm down after about 20 minutes or so. You don't get that strong liquor smell throughout the duration of this fragrance, which is so good. So I would consider this fragrance to be unisex, but leaning more masculine. All right, it's a good one, and it does give me those old Kilian vibes. I will tell you that. When I smelled this, I was like, damn, this reminds me of old school Kilian. So yeah, again, this is called Old Fashioned by Kilian. And I do have some fragrances written down that I want to talk to you guys about that are new, that I did not buy. Not because I didn't like them, but because at the end of the day, like, I didn't want to spend my money on them. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid, okay, by Gucci, which was released this year. I will pop up a picture so you guys can see. Now, y'all have never heard me talk about the Flora brands, the Gucci Floras, because I've never liked any of them. Never liked them. I have smelled them, the pink bottle, the purple bottle. I've smelled all the bottles. Was there a peach one? Anywho, I smelled them all. Now, this is the yellow one. I do like this, but it is vanilla forward, and I do love vanilla. So I can't really hate on this one. In this fragrance, you have vanilla, vanilla orchid, and ozonic notes. It's sweet, it's vanillic, okay? And for some reason, whenever I smell vanilla orchid, it just makes the vanilla in the fragrance more intense, if that makes sense, like sweeter. It pushes it. It takes that vanilla to a different level, like over the top, okay? And then there's an ozonic note. When I smell this, I smell right at the end of it. Like, if I take it, when I took like a big whiff of this fragrance in, I got the pretty vanilla, but I also got this your skin but better outside smell. It was kind of like mixing a super sweet vanilla with 1111 by Lake and Sky. That is the vibes that I was getting. This is pretty. Like, you know, if I had an extra, you know, some extra coins laying around, and I didn't already have 100 vanilla fragrances in my collection, I might buy this. I would have bought this. But because I do have a bunch of other vanillas in my collection, it made no sense for me to buy this at all, y'all. Not even gonna lie, it made absolutely no sense. Speaking of vanillas, which I am really kind of low-key disappointed with this release, this is called Vanilla Bourbon by Nest. And I was watching one of AI the Grades videos, and she was talking about this fragrance, and I totally agree with her. Maybe the reason why I was disappointed with this fragrance is because it's a new release and it hasn't had time to sit. Like, the vanilla needs to do something, it needs to cook. So maybe that's what it was, because when I think about Nest fragrances, I feel like they're one of the more high-end brands in Sephora. Like, they just remind me of classy fragrances. Like, everything they do is classy. That's how I would describe that brand. So when I smelled this one, I was like, what is going on? It gave me like Bath and Body Works body spray, to be honest with you. Like, the vanilla, the Madagascar vanilla body oil smells better than this perfume. And I've never had anything negative to say about Nest perfumes, never. But again, like AI said, I think it's just, you gotta let it sit. So I don't know, I might go back to it in a couple of months and we'll see. Not sure if I'm gonna pick it up, I don't know. And then too, like I just said like 5 minutes ago, I got enough vanillas in my collection that so I think I'm gonna pass on that one. You know, we'll see. You never know, I might come back to it later on down the line. We'll see. Okay, moving on, let's talk about the newest release from Burberry. This is Goddess Intense. You know, when I smelled this one, the first thing that came to mind was, why can't people just learn how to leave well enough alone? You know, I feel a little rant coming on. Like, I feel one in my throat. I'm gonna try to keep it at bay, because y'all know all last year I rant and rave about these designer brands doing these remixes, and I'm fed up at this point, to be honest with you. I feel like the original Goddess was good enough. Y'all, the notes, you have lavender, vanilla, vanilla absolute, bourbon vanilla, and vanilla caviar and patchouli. I'm laughing because AI said they've been adding vanillas that I've never heard of, and I said, yeah, like vanilla caviar, and then she said in the video vanilla caviar. I thought that shit was funny as hell. But anyway, patchouli, that's in the base. If my memory serves me correct, when I first smelled this fragrance, it smelled very medicinal. And I work in the medical field, so I'm used to things having a very extreme medicinal smell, and some of those things I've actually become accustomed to. Believe it or not, 30 years in the medical field, some of those smells are like my favorite smells in the whole wide world. But it's in the confined, is that how you say that? It's in the walls of my office. That's where I'm leaving it. I don't want to come home and smell like medicine. That's what I got. I got that patchouli was, ooh, and it's not giving like what the patchouli is giving in Patchouli Paris. Those are two different players, okay? Two different players. One is Nike and one is Gator. Two different players. You hear me? I'm going to just rock with the OG, the original, and call it a day. My last fragrance I'm going to talk about in this video, y'all know I got it because I talked about it in my last video. This is the Ombre Leather. Ooh, God, no. I only picked this up in the travel size because I still have a fair amount left in my original Ombre Leather bottle. So y'all see how I'm thinking? See, I'm trying to be more aware of my spending and unnecessary spending, okay? Because I think that is very demure. So anyway, I picked up the cute little travel size of this. This is what it looks like. The Ombre Leather by Tom Ford. I don't know what the notes are in the original Ombre Leather, but I feel like they pushed that leather note to the max. Like, they cranked it up in this fragrance. To be honest with you, when I first spray this, I get that leathery note. It's so sexy, and it does remind me quite a bit of the original Ombre Leather. But this, in my opinion, goes in a different direction. Y'all know how sometimes patchouli can come off smelling leathery? That's what I get here. Like, if I hadn't have read the notes, I would mistake the leather with patchouli. If the fragrance didn't say leather, I would mistake it with patchouli, because this smells like a very dark, intense, deep patchouli mixed in with a lot of vanilla. It's sweet, it's warm, it's spicy, it's almost a little smoky. Oh, it's so sexy. I wish I could trade my old Ombre Leather in for the new Oldie Ombre. I really do, because I feel like they're both sexy, but I feel like I would have a tendency to grab for this one just a little bit more, you know, because she's extra, you know, just like me. I don't know, maybe I'll get me a bottle of this for my birthday. You know, I always like to, you know, treat myself with a little something for my birthday. I got a couple of months, you know, I think I might get this, but we'll see. You guys probably already know how Ombre Leather smells. This is not that far from it. But for those of you who've never smelled Ombre Leather, the original one, I would say unisex but leaning masculine. And I've been hearing a lot of people say that it reminds them of Baby Cat. I cannot speak to that because I've never smelled Baby Cat, but I've heard that a few times already about this fragrance. So yeah, if you have Baby Cat or maybe you've smelled Baby Cat and you can't get Baby Cat because I heard it was hard to get, you might want to go put your nose on Tom Ford's the Ombre Leather and see how you feel about that one. But I think that is it for all the new fragrances. Well, those that I can remember anyway. Yeah, those are all I can remember right now. Comment down below. Let me know if you smelled any of the fragrances that I mentioned in this video. Let us know in the chat what you think about them, if they're worth it, if not, what you liked about them, what you didn't, girl. Let us all know, because you know I'm gonna be reading it. Okay, I'm gonna be reading it. I may not respond for a couple of days, but no, I'm reading them. If you're into fragrances, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video and you guys don't miss out on anything. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out. It is super important for the growth of my channel, and I would love you so much for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you are having a fabulous day, and I hope you are smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.